Off in the heavyweight unification clash at the Imtech Arena in Hamburg. Let's go there now. We can cross live and rejoin Craig Slater. Craig.
Thank you very much. Battleship grey skies, drizzly rain, an air of gloom and menace here in Hamburg today. Perhaps appropriate for a heavyweight grudge match, but not so good news if you're in one of the €1,000 pitch level seats here at the Imtech Arena. They're all getting absolutely soaking wet. It's light rain, and it's just light enough to be picked up by this breeze and drift all the way in past the television positions here, all the way just to the ring apron itself, in actual fact. So if conditions stay like this, it could be that the rain plays some sort of part in tonight's proceedings. It could be that way. Glenn McCrory and Spencer Oliver are here. I mean, we remember Mike Tyson against Lou Savarese in Glasgow a few years back, guys. What do you think? What happens if the canvas even gets a little bit damp, Glenn?
Well, it's the worst thing in the world because you're going to slip, and boxing is all about balance. You need that to get your punches off, and certainly David Haye will be trying to grip the canvas to get some of his big left hooks off. But you can't do that. You slip, you're off balance. So it's really bad conditions for a boxing.
Could it also be a little bit stop-start at times where they take time out and you get a cloth in and wipe the canvas?
Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? I mean, the ring entrances are so long as well. I mean, we've got some spectacular ring entrances, and I've been into the ring, and the ring is quite firm, so I think it's going to be quite slippery in there as well, so it could prove some problems.
Yeah. I was going to talk about the entrances. I mean, poor Matthew Macklin had to wait 20 minutes in Germany last weekend for Felix Sturm to make his entrance. Klitschko's entrance tonight is going to be a similar duration, and it's cold. It's 14 degrees. It's not terribly warm. What could Adam Booth and David do to kind of keep themselves warm?
Well, I think that they've got to expect that, and they've just got to stay motivated, stay switched on, and stick to the game plan. Klitschko's going to try everything he can to rattle David Haye, and they've just got to stick to the game plan. They know what they're doing.
Do you think they might bring some pads maybe into the ring, Glenn, but before the fight starts?
They should have learned off last week. They should have seen that. I'm sure they did, and they'll have known that they can be playing games. It's all about psychology now, and I think Klitschko will want to keep David Haye waiting as long as he can and make it uncomfortable, especially in these conditions. What Haye hasn't got to do is let the weather dampen the spirits. He's got to keep fired up, but I'm sure he will be.
I wonder if we could just take a little step to the side. I don't know if we could just get round and look at the ring itself. If we just come around here a little bit and we just focus on the ring here, because we were all out measuring it the other day because it looks small from where we're standing, and it is actually quite small. What, 19 foot 8 inches square? Who does that favour, Glenn?
I think, I don't think either man will want to be running around too much and keeping out the way. I think, there's a lot of bad blood in this fight, and I think it's going to be exciting. I think they're both going to get together pretty quick. Klitschko, I think, would have wanted it to be a little bit smaller in case, he believes David Haye is going to use his speed, use his mobility like he did against Valuev and keep out of the way. So I think they'd have wanted it, but I think, it's about as small as you can get for a championship fight.
Yeah, I mean, will it be as easy for David Haye, should he want to adopt the tactics he did against Nikolai Valuev, to employ them in a ring this size?
Well, you would have thought that would be the tactics, like Glenn said. We've seen him come in light. He come in at 15 stone 3, so you think that he's going to try and use his speed. That's going to be one of his main assets. So, he's going to want the ring as big as possible. And as Glenn said, it was just under 20 foot.
Sort of like a fire extinguisher there going off. I mean, there's all sorts of, flashlights. They've got all sorts of spectacular things planned for the ring entrance. It should be some show. It is David Haye's first stadium fight. I mean, it's going to be a cauldron atmosphere. I mean, we're hoping for a full house here, 15,000 Brits we're thinking. But how's he going to deal with all of that? He hasn't done it before.
No, I think he's been top class since his amateur days. He's travelled an awful lot.
We can't talk over the anthem, can we? I think we're going to have to quickly, though. But go on, carry on.
So, he's ready for it. He's ready for whatever brings on field. So, he'll be prepared. He knows what he's got to do.
Glory night for Britain, do we sense?
Yeah, I've said it all along, I truly believe that David Haye's going to come out here and he's going to do it, and he's going to do it in fashion. I think that, he wins inside 6 rounds. And as Glenn said, I think David is the type of guy that thrives on the big occasion. This is what he likes, he loves the big arenas, he loves that. And so I think it's going to work to his advantage.
I don't think we should fight against God Save the Queen, should we?
No, I don't think so.
But let's hope David Haye, from a British perspective, is victorious tonight.
Oh, she's broken down.
Craig, thank you very much indeed. The build-up continuing to the